Hey guys, Ernest Langdon with Langdon Tactical, and next up on the Beretta Win the Fight training series, ideal shooting platform or proper stance. When we start talking about proper stance or ideal shooting platform, the first thing to understand is we may or may not be able to control the stance that we end up in. So our feet could be switched around, we could be on one leg, we could be laying on our back. But for the purposes of this, we want to talk about the ideal shooting platform if we can get into that. When we talk about ideal shooting platform, we want to start at our feet and work our way up out to the gun. First of all, we want to be in an athletic stance, feet more than shoulder width apart, and we want to stagger our feet with our dominant leg, probably with the toe lined up with the heel. What this does is it allows us to be in a position where we can move in any direction, forward, back, side to side, and it also puts us in a situation where we have that staggered stance to control the path of the recoil of the gun. And this works for a handgun, a shotgun, a rifle, it doesn't matter. That staggered stance is important. As we move up towards the gun, we want most of our weight on our toes, our knees in front of our ankles, and our shoulders in front of our hips. We want to be cautious to not lean too far forward with our upper body, because what that'll do is force us to drop our hips back, and then your weight ends up on your heels, not on your toes. So make sure you keep yourself positioned properly over your hips and your hips over your feet. As we move up and out to the gun, we want to be in a fairly neutral platform, somewhat square to the target as possible. And what that does is it allows us a lot of flexibility if we have to lean around cover, if we have to shoot on the move, any of those types of things. Having a neutral shooting stance is ideal. As we move out to the gun, we want to keep our elbows slightly bent to allow those elbows to absorb recoil, and once again putting us in a situation where we can shoot on the move, control the bounce of the gun, and adapt our body to various shooting positions. A 250-pound guy is probably not going to need as aggressive a stance as, say, a 105-pound guy or gal. So if you're a lighter person, you may need a little bit more stagger and be a little bit more aggressive in your stance to really control that gun. Okay guys, so go out there and work on an ideal shooting platform that's right for you. Everybody's going to be a little bit different here. Your body type, body configuration is going to affect that. The key is to remember, be aggressive in your stance, be athletic in your stance, keep the weight on the balls of your feet, and get your weight behind the gun so that you can control the gun and adapt to multiple shooting positions. Guys, go out there, train hard, stay safe, and win the fight.